Hello, everyone. How y'all doing tonight? I guess we
Hey
get to
everybody.
wait for people to come in,
Yeah.
but that's okay. You know, this is a spontaneous deal, so we might have some and we might not. Either way, it's going to be good because people will listen. You know, um, if they don't listen now, they'll listen later on. Somebody will
Yeah.
learn. Hi, Jake. How you doing, Nunya, Texan,
Hey
Texas?
Texas. What's up?
Glad that you came by. Hey, Christy Sue. Um,
Hey
The
Christy.
reason we're doing a spontaneous tonight is because stuff is getting bad. Okay, I don't give a hoot and holler when it comes to those in office, whose side you're on, whose side you're not on. That's irrelevant. They're all guilty as equal. All right,
Yep.
point blank, being honest here. But what is so important is gas prices are going up nonstop. All right, we've been watching the prices jump and jump and jump every day. They jump in the morning, they jump at night, they jump in the afternoon. You know? And then on top of that, you got food prices skyrocketing. Okay? We want you guys to get ready for whatever they throw at us that you're prepared. You know?
Yeah, not quite the final act. It's more like a
It's approaching. It's
it is
approaching.
what? We're 200 something years old and we've had a we're in a fourth industrial revolution, so it's like chapter 4 right now.
Yeah. But um
That's how I count it anyways.
we want you guys, we want everybody, and I know a lot of people don't have a lot of money, and that I understand so well. I know what it's like to be on a fixed income and stuff. But if you go to the store and you get 2 cans, some people say 3 cans, one for now and two for later. Well, one for now and one for later, you know,
Yeah. Within your means.
within your means. If you can grow a garden, wonderful. Let's grow our gardens, you know. Um, if you can grow food in planters, let's rock and roll it, guys, you know. And yeah, again, I do know what it's like to not be able to grow a garden. I know what that's like. I've lived in a lot of places where it wasn't possible. you know, um, we're we also want you to be able to get yourself situated so no matter what, you're able to function because they don't care. Yes, it's done on purpose and it was planned.
Yeah, it's all planned. Everything's always planned.
And
It's
um,
all it's all publicly accessed. All their papers and journals and documents. They leave it all out there for people to find it. It just they know people are not going to look at it and read it and understand it. But there are people that do.
right, you're right so much there, Jake. We must be self-reliant. Food boxes won't work. You
Nope.
know,
Yeah, the
garden
breadwinners.
animals. You know, seriously, we gotta do what we gotta do. And it's just we gotta look out for ourselves, okay? And we gotta grow food. We gotta be prepared as much as we can be. No,
Hey,
I'm not
Patty.
trying to paranoid or freak anybody out. Hi, Patty. How you doing? Um, you know, it's really, really important. Okay, I know a lady that she's bedridden, but her kids go and get her stuff that she needs, and she grows vegetables by her bed. You know, and she's a sweet lady.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to get technical with that too, those indoor plants are purifying your air.
Yep.
So
There's many
it's a
benefits to it,
benefit. It's a benefit. Yeah.
and You know, they they don't give a hoot and a holler about any of the common people. But
That's good. That's good, Peppers.
they're sadly mistaken. They work for us. We don't work for them.
Right.
If we work for them, where the heck is my paycheck at?
Right. Exactly.
Okay? I'm cleaning another acre for garden. Awesome. You know, we don't have a big place. I mean, I rent this place and we don't have a big yard, but we're gonna make it work. You know, and that's another thing. When you can't afford gas and you don't live out in the country, you live in a village or and you got grass to cut. How you gonna cut it? You know,
With the pair of scissors.
you know.
Hey, babe, I'm gonna go do the lawn today. Oh, don't forget your scissors,
No,
honey.
he was saying parasites. The
No, I know, but I'm
politician.
talking about the grass.
Yeah, yeah. You know, if because Sleepy went and said today that they're not gonna buy any more gas from Russia, and that's okay. But they're not gonna open up the pipelines here either, which would make the gas go down. You know, and oh, I can grow where I live. I just
Cool,
um
Patty. That's good. Keep building to increase your yield. That way you have more food to save, and
right, and
I mean we're gonna have to help each other eventually. I mean,
another an,
do you first, and then worry about others later.
hi Huga. Another
Hey,
thing
Huga.
is we have to if you're starting out and you don't have a clue about gardening, that's fine and dandy. Start out small and then add to it as you go. You know, some places can grow all year round, other places can't. You
Right.
know, and that's fine. I have no problems with that one. Um, we have a certain time of the year that we get to grow. You know, so it's
Oh hell yeah,
f-
dude.
yeah, the food that we grow is a lot better, and you can use it to barter with
Yep.
if you have extra. Don't go cutting yourself short.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's really, really important that we do what we can to help ourselves. Um, yeah, there's gonna be some that honestly need help, but then you've also got some that are gonna go knocking on your door. Hey, guys, night, can I get a cup of sugar from you? And so he gives it to me. Hey, Frank, God's Knight's got supplies. I got a cup of sugar out of him. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know, so we're gonna have to watch that one too. I mean, I'm not trying to um panic anybody, but yeah, we've got to do what we got to do.
It's
Yes,
gonna.
your eggs are in demand nowadays. But I'm gonna tell you
Yep.
something. Feed's going up. Okay. Now here's what most of them don't want you to know. One, a lot of the fertilizers and a lot of the wheat and um seeds and that, you know, come from Ukraine and that area, Hungary, Russia, and they don't want you to know that, but that means that there's going to be, yeah, not so much of that stuff coming real fast too. And wow, that's nice. Um, so your eggs will be going up because the feed's going up. Hygiene and you know, chickens are amazing. They're wonderful because you have the eggs. You need eggs for cooking, bacon. you know, egg sandwiches. Those are good too. And you hatch them, yep, so you can replenish. But you gotta have a rooster. So it's gotta be a rooster. It takes two. And yeah, that's where I was going with Jake. $6, $7 for a dozen of eggs. Okay. Now, when I say dozen of eggs, those are homegrown, free range, local farmer eggs. Big difference than those in the store, okay?
Aging.
And even those in the store aren't going to be cheap. They're going to be costing. But another thing where I was going to go is chicken. And if you the chickens themselves when they get after they get 3 years old, they cut down on their producing of the eggs. That's why chicken farmers are always replenishing their flocks.
Yeah.
And when they get that old, well, then you can cull them. And it's going to get to a point, Jake's going to love me for this one, where when it's going to get to the point where even the feathers on the birds are going to be, you don't throw them away. You're going to need those feathers. You make pocket quilts, is what they used to call them, where they made squares and then they'd fill them with feathers from the chickens and then sew them up and they'd keep connecting the squares, so many across, so many up, to keep warm. You don't throw them away. Your duck feathers, same thing. You don't throw them away. The wings of the ducks, they used to use those for feather dusters. This is all stuff people don't know. Because you know it's just crazy. Hens are 40 for 100. Wow. You know, um, and there's going to be a chicken shortage too in the stores. There's going to be a lot of shortages.
There is a
You
lot
know,
of shortages. Doesn't matter what it is.
right? And so that's why we decided we'd go live tonight for a little while because yeah, I mean look at what everybody's saying in the chat room in here. Um,
Yep.
canned jam is like gold to repairment. Yeah, you know, home made stuff is always really good. I like to make dream catchers. I like the feathers in them. Yep, $40 to 100, not 40. Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. I read what you wrote. You forgot that dollar sign up there.
Yeah, I remember when I
Yeah,
was young in the 80s, my mom would buy feather dusters and they were made with duck feathers.
yeah,
I remember
you
that.
know. Yep. I mean, there ain't gonna be going to the store to pick up whatever. And with the way the prices are in gases in that. Hi Deb, how you doing? Um, there ain't gonna be no going to the store to grab whatever you need.
What's
Every
up,
day
Couch?
or every couple days or once a week or whatever because it's gonna be shortages. You know, and so it's good to have your own stuff. You know.
Yep.
Uh, Ew. Nanya's got feathers, Huga. All kinds of feathers.
Yeah,
Chicken,
all
duck,
kinds of
emus,
variety.
turkeys, pheasants, quail. Big feathers, little feathers, tiny feathers. And a Dottie. Is Dottie a mule or something?
Daddy.
Yeah, feather pillows. There's all kinds of good reasons to keep your feathers.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Deb, glad you guys were able to get some fuel.
Even the chicken bones, your animal
Yeah,
bone,
you know,
everything.
you're gonna find out real fast why great grandmas and grandmas, well, great grandmas and great great grandmas used everything, you know. So, um, it wasn't because they were tightwads and that. It was because they had to make everything last. There's a reason why they didn't throw away their scraps when they done sewing, because they knew that they would need it for someplace else somewhere later on. So they'd keep it so that way they had it, because you couldn't go to the store, you know.
Or
I
things are
mean,
just too expensive even then.
yeah, it's just one of those things where, even I don't know if you guys ever got went to an auction and you got a ball and it was string and it was all cut short, in short pieces, rolled up, tied together, rolled up. That's because they didn't waste anything, you know. And this all sounds crazy and stuff. That's why, yeah, we're encouraging you and to get prepared in all areas, you know, and we encourage you to get growing your food, stocking up on your food, you know, and back in the Great Depression, kids only got a pair of shoes in the fall, and that was because they were going to school. During the summer, they went around barefooted, you know, and that's how they had to do things, you know. They, their hand-me-downs was another good thing that they had, because they had a lot of cold winters in their houses and a lot of big families, you know. So, um, we're trying to help as many, educate as many, wake as many up as can. You know, not everybody knows how to grow a garden, and
I mean,
people,
shoot, most people don't even know what to get for provisions for a month, 2 months, 3 months. They think that, oh, I'll just buy meat, throw in the refrigerator. What happens when your power goes out? Oh, I'll just buy this and put it here. Well, what about mice and insects? You got to think about all that stuff.
yep,
Not everybody is aware of that. They're too busy, like, oh, just put it in my shelf. I'll put it in my fridge, my freezer. Like, it's not going to work.
right, Hugo, you're right. You know, I've had a lot of people say, "Well, she's crazy."
Yeah, just like me and you joke, JT, like, oh, look, this is how you make a fire, right? This is how you start a fire. This is how you stack wood or lumber for fire. Well, what do you do with said fire? What do you use it for? What does it do?
Common sense is a big part of it too. But no, I've had people make snotty remarks and stuff because yeah, there's a washer and dryer here, but I don't use them. I do my wash outside in the summertime, and I hang it up on my drying racks, my clothesline, you know. And my washer don't take as much water as what a wash machine does, you know. I've got lawnmowers, don't take a lick of gas. I got a garden tiller, don't take a lick of gas either, and oh, they don't take an ounce of electricity, you know.
Yeah, that's for another discussion, Huga. But uh, short story is that government created people, like here in the United States, you see that are, like I just said, well, how do I store this? What do I do with it? Do I just put it in my refrigerator, or they obey their government because government's going to take care of them. They don't have their their gun rights anymore, which you never lose them anyways. You give them up. You decide to give up your rights. No one takes them from you. You make the decision to say, hey, okay, fine. I'll consent, and that's all they need. And that's pretty much what's happening there. But not all of that area is like that.
Right.
Only like maybe I'd say generously 30% of that country is like that. The rest, they all want to go back to not really their motherland, but their actual country because that Ukraine, I'm just gonna say it, Ukraine is the motherland. I mean, it's the original birthing place. Just like for our country, United States, the East Coast was the birth of our country. It wasn't the United States then. They were just colonies.
You're fine, Hugo.
So these people want their actual sovereignty as a nation, not as a corrupt government like in the Ukraine. Just like the United States, our government is so corrupt that a lot of people don't want part of it.
Hugo, you're not in trouble.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not in trouble. No, no, no.
You're not. You're not
I'm
in
just,
trouble.
I'm just trying
You
to
know,
break it down as best as possible without an issue with the algorithm.
right. And another thing is, you know, you're gonna have to, there's gonna be sacrifices you're gonna have to make. You
Yeah,
know, are you gonna keep the internet or are you gonna use that money for food? Are you gonna keep paying your cell phone or are you gonna use that money for food? You know,
yeah,
um, gas. What are you gonna forfeit so you can keep affording their gas? Because these people, they can say, "Oh, this country's to blame. Oh, that country's to blame. We can get it here. We can get it there." Guess what? There ain't no reason for us to get it other places. But they don't want that.
nope.
All these shortages and everything that's going on, it's all man made. Man made. It's being done on purpose because they want to hurt the people, but they want the money. And they're mad right now because they got their butts spanked and they ain't getting a bunch of money. And oh, by the way, guess what? A lot of foreign countries have already left the SWIFT banking system and they have put their currency back to being backed by gold. It's starting to take off around the world.
Yep, that's why China. They tried to crash China because, like I talked to other people before, China bit the hand that fed them, and the whole time China was economically strong. They still are. They bought a crap ton of gold, silver, titanium, platinum, all these metals. Everybody's going back to the metal standard
Well, not
because
just that.
that's the smart move.
Not
So
just
China
that.
is not going to lose financial power.
No, but not just that. There are some of them that these other countries really like to get a hold of. Okay? Because some of them was in on stealing all the gold from the other countries as it was.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what wars do. They did that in all these big conflicts that turned into wars or where our country intervened. They weren't there to liberate people. They were there to get rich.
Yep.
Plain and simple. That's what it
And
does.
well, most of them in DC, they want a war. They don't care. They was hoping they'd get one from over across the pond, and they didn't get one over there. Oh man, it made them mad. And the local modern lamestream, they're spewing everything that they're told to spew. None of it's true, but that's okay. You know, um, I'm more worried about all the children whose parents aren't
Right,
going to
Patty.
know what to do
Exactly.
when food's right.
There's
When
gonna be
food
a
stamps
massive
and monthly
purge.
checks go away, all the children are going to
Yep.
suffer.
There's gonna be a massive purge of government programs,
Yep.
and all these people that I'm on a what is it, a set income by my SSI, bro. That's not gonna last very long. I mean, shit, they've already defunded it, but whatever money's still in there is what's still going.
But no matter what they dish out, we gotta be able to still survive and function and not miss a beat doing it.
Yep.
And there's gonna be people that one are gonna freak out, two aren't gonna want to do what it's gonna take, three aren't gonna know how to do diddly squat,
Right.
four there's gonna be a lot of them looking at you going, "Well, it's your privilege to help my family, my kids out."
Yeah, you're privileged, right? You prepared. Well, now you owe us. Like, bull crap, I owe you. You should have done this. I've been telling you to do it. That you need to
Yep.
do this. You need to prep. You need to stock up. You need to get what you need for yourself or your family. That's gonna last a while, or just have enough to where you can start getting your garden going, or whatever you need to do.
Well, the movie makers stopped releasing movies a long time ago, and then they started up again.
Yeah, since 2020,
Yeah, my sister's jobs
everything's
is
slowed down.
ordering food for school districts. The kids suffer when the schools was closed last year. Yeah, because a lot of kids, that meal that they get at school, breakfast and lunch, that's the only place that they get to eat.
Yep.
And when the school's closed, they don't have no place to go and get food to eat. I call BS if a little Ukrainian can fight off Russia. They lied the last 50 years about Cold War.
Well,
Crackpot?
Ukraine had no intention of fighting Russia. This is all a song and dance. It's a play. It's theater. Whatever you want to call it. A video game. The
U-
Matrix. Whatever you want to title it.
Ukraine was never a quote unquote country of its own.
Exactly.
Okay?
It was a state,
Deep South made it, called it
a
a
nation
state.
state.
You know, called it a country of its own
It's a nation
because
state, not a country.
that's where they were laundering their goods to line their pockets.
Ukraine. And the thing about Ukraine, it's never been at war with nobody. All they've had is a steady flow of conflicts that say, hey, you know what? So and so with the Ukraine on these borders, you guys, these guys over here said something about you, about your shoes, and these guys saying that that's a lie, that there's nothing wrong with my shoes, and these guys over here said that both of your shoes are pretty gay, lame or whatever. So all three of them get into a conflict. It's been constant conflict. If you really look at things, everywhere in the world is a conflict here, a conflict there.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no wars. There's nothing. There's skirmishes and conflicts. That's all they are. And then you have the media hype it up like, oh my God, so and so on this side killed 30 children and blew up three hospitals, and 100 soldiers died because they hit them with mortar and random mortar fire and whatever you want to call it. It's all designed. Conjoint.
Congratulations, Hula. That is really good. She got a bunk.
Yeah, you see
80.
that.
Yeah. Man, that in itself is priceless. I am not
Every
kidding you.
conflict, every conflict and everything is a lie. It's always a lie. It's just to make people scared and confused. That's all the point is. Like, oh, Mexico and Brazil are at it, and they're fighting over who owns the Gulf of Mexico. Something stupid like that. It's pointless to want to look into something that you already know is going to be garbage.
So, yeah, we're not here to scare anybody, you know, but we're here to encourage.
Just to
And
distract.
yeah, it's definitely not to distract you, not to misinform you. I mean, criminous is, you know, wood, everything, gas, especially the gas, man. Um, food, everything, clothes. And what gets me is they banned all the gas, and oh, don't forget the vodka stunt until they realized, damn it, the vodka was made in our country. Just had a Russian name to the label, but it's 100% American made.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're not kicking out Russian vodka out of their homes and Congress halls and their offices because they like that, they like the sauce, so they're not gonna kick that Russian label out. That name of the brand.
so you mean I could still go get one at Nancy's Fancy Ice
Yep.
Cream Parlor?
Yeah, she's probably stocked
Awesome.
up. She's probably stocked
Yeah,
up for thousands of years on alcohol, and she's not even gonna be able to drink it all.
yeah, I know. Bought farm gas 2 months ago, 500 gallons just in time. Yeah, that was a wise move, Nunya. I mean, we're not making any of this up. What I've been saying, these people are
Yeah, exactly,
confirming,
Ruga.
you know? I mean, it's just by the hour, you're right. It's rising by the hour. And that's what they want. They want to put the screws to everybody on everything in any way because then, we're going to give in. We're going to do what they want us to do, you know? And we can't. $1,000 or 1,000 gallons of propane. Awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but just like anything, like even like example ammunition. It sounds like a lot, but you realize it goes by fast.
Right.
Well, even with your
And
food, even with your food, you can have like 1,000, 2,000 pounds of or a few tons of food stored away, but you got to realize how fast that goes.
yeah, it's like wood, you know. You cook or heat and stuff with wood. It don't take long. And a cord
Got
of
it.
wood, which is 8 feet long by 4 feet high and 4 feet wide.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking any of that. I'm just saying have other sources. Get other
yeah,
sources of fuel and heat and stuff like that.
Nunion's got generator runs 2 gallons per hour. Damn, it's just yeah, it's crazy. Plus, he also was heating his greenhouse too with wood this year.
Nice, that's good, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he lives in Texas.
yeah, that's really good. So yeah, see, he's set up. He's got the alternatives of energy sources.
Ah,
So
Hugo,
he,
you can use that water that you catch off the shed. Yeah,
yep.
yep. Hook it to totes. Yeah, I hear you on that one, Nunya. All solar off grid. I try not to use the generators.
Yeah, that's good though. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's. I mean, this is just for people that aren't situated, that don't know what to do. Because I know everyone here is pretty much well situated in their own way.
Yeah, you know, and we're trying to help people learn. We're trying to help people get prepared so that they're not caught off guard. You know, because somebody comes and says, "Well, it's your privilege to take care of the kids, whatever, to take and feed my kids or whatever. Okay, kids come in, door shut, you stay out. Why? You just told me it was my privilege to take care of your kids. I'll do it. Oops, they weren't expecting that one.
Right.
You know. And yeah, those folks are gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be in serious trouble. You know. That's why, like I said, I don't give a hoot and a holler. I might sound like a broken record, but damn, we gotta start doing something, to help ourselves.
Yeah.
And if the net's still around and we're still able to make videos and put them up, I will do just that. Because I'm gonna tell you a little secret. There are people that have disabilities, you know, um,
Yeah, it's cool, Huga.
and they want to do gardening, but they don't have anybody to help them. A lot of people will look at them and go, "Oh, you can't do any gardening." Give them a chance. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people with disabilities, and they will stick with it. They will do their best. You know,
Well, it's easier, Huga, to have a larger container. It's just easier. It's convenient.
and I mean, so yeah, when I get to do my gardening videos, I will break down so those that their mom and dad never gardened can learn. People with disabilities can learn. Why? Because in Shedworth, we're to encourage, we're supposed to teach. Well, I have no problems teaching,
That's
you
cool,
know.
dude.
And so I'm going to do the best I can, you know. A one legged vet comes and chops wood, and he's in Armega. Awesome. That's really awesome. I mean, it's just, yeah, we've got to do what we got to do. We can't let others tell us no, we can't do that because the government ain't going to be there for us. Don't believe me? Get a hold of anybody that's been through a natural disaster. Ask them how long the government was there to help them, or any organization was there to help them. I mean, heck, there are places still down in Louisiana, New Orleans, down New Orleans, that they have not gotten to since Katrina, and look at how many years ago that's been. You know, so yeah,
Yeah, even
it
those 2 liters have use. Uh, you can use them if you go out foraging. Carry your water, or you can string them out to make shrink tie.
Yep.
Dang, 20 years. Damn.
Well, thank you, Jake. Because I know you was doing it to help people. You know, and tell me, Jake, am I wrong or am I right about what I said? You know,
Pretty sure he's gonna agree because we've seen it too. I mean, we've seen it. I've known people that were in areas of disasters, even here in California.
yeah,
I mean, I worked for the CCC at one point, so even we had to help.
yep. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm not down for. I'm not
Exactly. Government sucks.
right, and I'm not putting down anybody. Okay, I'm not. But it's people like, hi Danny, how you doing, hon? It's people
Hey,
like
Cajun.
um Nanya, that go and try to help people.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
So does the National Guard. The National
yep,
Guard is only given so much supply that, let's say example, they have enough supply for 1,000. Well, only 1,000 people are going to get supplies, water, food, and what about the other 5,000, 3,100? Whatever the amount is. They're only given a set amount, and that's ridiculous.
yeah. They always make sure that it's under the amount that is going to be
Yeah,
required for that area
exactly.
too. Why? Because people, okay, the powers to be, they like it when people fight. Okay,
Yep,
and that's what they want. They want people fighting.
yep.
They don't want
They
people
want
getting along.
chaos.
And that's like with the stuff going on. They want us to get fighting. Well, if we don't fight and don't react the way they want us to, they don't know how to deal with peaceful people, you know? But they don't give a hoot and a holler because right now, those people are so desperate they want a war no matter where or how they got to do it because they like to stir the pot and instigate and cause them, you know? And then afterwards they go, yeah, see what we did? Ha 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 ha. They stick their chest out and go, we helped you. We saved you. We
Now you
did
owe
this
us.
for you. We done that for you. We own you.
Yep, we're here to help.
Yeah. We're
We're
here
the
to help
government. We're here to help ourselves to your
to
stuff.
your stuff.
Yep, and to
And
everything and anything else you have.
yeah, anything we want. I mean, it's sad, but that's why if you have questions and there's Shed Wars 20, 2022, yeah, 2022, or 22. It's Shed Wars 22. Sorry, spank me. I messed up, but
Jeez.
the community of Shed Wars 22, you can ask them if you have an older person that does gardening where you live. Ask them. It's best to ask around where you live how to do some stuff. But if you find an older person that does gardening and you really honestly want to learn, ask them because what you're doing is one, they're giving you your time. All right, Nanya. Two, you're giving them your time. Three, be decent to them because when it's all said and done, you could have one heck of a good friend,
Yep.
you know, and that's priceless too. Because um, I saw this video today, and there was this little guy. He's not very old, but oh, he was excited. He was fishing, and he caught a fish, and it was a catfish. And he's so proud of himself because he caught a fish. And he's also my little buddy that likes to shoot things out of a leaf blower at his dad, you know. And yeah, older people know tricks on how to grow, and spending time with them is usually well worth your time. Exactly. And making friends with them is even more priceless too, you know. But this little guy, he was so tickled. He even reeled it in himself and everything. And so that's one little man I do know. Hey, he might be a handful, but He knows how to fish. That kid's gonna be eaten forever. Just saying, 'cause he caught his fish. So yeah, and he's always
Yeah.
helping dad. He's always helping dad and do the garden stuff too, and mom too. Oh yeah, he might be a handful, but you know what? Those are the best kids to have because anything is exciting when they're around. So you don't have much time to get bored, and that's a blessing too. And you know, don't knock the young ones. They keep us young too. I mean,
Oh, the fish for pets. Like, no, no, son, not all of them. We gotta eat. Gotta eat them. Gotta learn how to eat them.
hey, he said today on the video,
Keep them for
his
pets.
daddy asked him, "Are we gonna eat that?" He said, "Yep, it's gonna eat it." I started laughing because
Man,
he was so proud, but he was gonna eat that fish
yeah,
too.
catfish are very good eating.
Oh yeah, yep, bluegill, carps, and all that kind of stuff.
He wants to keep them all as pets. That's funny though, but that's expected from
Oh, he
children.
lied. No, he looked like he was standing up, Danny. He didn't look like he was laying down. He might be sleeping now though. But I mean, it's just yeah, it's amazing, you know. But that's okay because he might want to keep him for pets right now because he's little. But you watch what that little guy does when he gets hungry, and that
Oh yeah,
fish there is the only thing he's got to eat. He ain't gonna have a pet, but he'll have a full belly. You know, he'll he'll understand it before all said and done. But that's good, you know. So, but yeah, I was tickled for him. I thought that was so cute. But and it's true. I mean, if we teach them how to fish, we fish with corn dogs last right there off the back porch. Awesome. I
yeah.
knew it
Corn
was
dogs
I,
are
I knew it
greasy.
was close to your house, someplace along there, because of that pond or creek or whatever it's called, whatever it is. But yeah, so it's all gonna, it's all good. Well, that's okay. He's going on 6, but that's okay. You know, there's one thing about it, the bayou, yeah. But there's one thing about it. That kid, if you don't know how to do something or you need to figure out how to do something, that kid will probably be right there going, got it. This'll work.
Yeah,
Although he might have a little bit of problems with a leaf blower when there's no electricity or gas. Um, but he could take a rake, flip it over, and figure out how to make a um. Dang it, I can't think of the word, and I can see it too. Catapult. There you go. So he can still fling what he wants to. I had a little girl. She had a Fisher Price doctor set, and she used to listen to her heart. And I had to take it away from her because she figured out how you could take that stethoscope and shoot arrows. And I was like, oh, we're in trouble. She's too much like her grandma, you know. And it was funny because she always, when I'd take her to the doctor, she'd grab their stethoscope and she'd like, "Here's where my heart is," and they'd move it around so they could listen to her lungs. She'd grab it. Listen to my heart. It's right here, you know. But it kept the doctors, the nurses, and that on their toes about what their stethoscope was. You know, they kind of looked at me funny when I said, "Oh, by the way, she could show you how to make it into a bow to shoot arrows." But it's, I love it. I love seeing how little kids think. You know, because the they see the world in a much different way than what we do, but they have a way of understanding things that, in a way, special too. So never knock little kids. You know, and I really really hope that we can get everybody woke up in time, you know, because it's not an easy road that we're in for. Yeah, they do, they really do. Hi Jessica Dumpster Girl.
Hey, Jessica. Long time no see.
And kids, they can think of things, you know,
Yeah.
and the adults are the first to go, "No, no, no. Get out of here." No, that won't, without even listening to them, you know, and that's wrong because we we got to listen, you know. We don't have all the answers. Sometimes they do.
Yep.
And sometimes we have to work all together, you know, to figure it out. That means every mind on deck, you know. I'll sit for hours thinking of things I gotta do. Then I'll sit and I'll think about each one of them. That's why I say hours. You know, I'll figure it out, think it all the way through to the point that when I get up to go do whatever it is, it only takes us a few seconds and boom, we got it done. Nobody knows we done anything. Because all they remember seeing is me sitting there thinking, you know, and that's why I think a lot, you know. I mean, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I know some things there is no way of working it out to where you can only take a little, you know, a couple minutes to do. And how many people are going to be willing to turn their gardens over by hand because they don't have gas for their tractors and stuff,
Cool,
or
Jessica. Thank you.
electric? Um, well, thank you. Electric, uh, electricity to operate their stuff. You know, you want to plant that garden, you got to turn that dirt somehow. You know, got to work it somehow.
Yep.
And so that's why, you know, it's best to do it by hand. Learn how, know how to do it by hand. Yeah, it's gonna take you a while. Everything's gonna take you a little while, especially if you don't know how to do things. You know, first couple times you do it, you're gonna be slow. No ifs, ands, or buts me about it. You're gonna be slow. But the more you do it, the faster you get. And before long, you'll get a lot of things done when nobody realizes. You know, hopefully they're not sitting taking notes on what you're doing. They're actually doing it themselves too, you know, because that's what some want. Some want to make it so that everything is way back in time, you know, and I do mean way back in time. Um, it's like if you look at the back of your social security number or social security card, especially if you've gotten any within the last 20 years, it says right out, big, bold, red letters, this card can be asked to be given back. If they ask for it, you must return it. It belongs to Social Security. Okay? Because each one of those cards also have a number. Not just your Social Security number, but there's a number on the back. And oh, you're not supposed to tear those cards off from that big card either. Okay? But there's a number, and that's how they keep track of you as well. Besides your Social Security number. It's like your birth certificate. The same thing, only that's for their straw man. Not for you, but their straw man. And I'm sorry, but I'm pretty good at running myself. I don't need them. Because so far, their thinking, their choices, their attitude suck big time. You know? And I'm being very honest. Because I don't remember any of them um, paying me for owning me. I don't remember any of them going out of their way to make sure we had clothes and food and stuff like that. Do you? No,
Exactly.
because they don't care. To say that they care is like saying the White House was going to buy back crack pipes. Yeah, they were going to pay you for them. Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Where's my crack pipe? Never got a crack pipe. Where is it? Taxpayer
Well,
money. Where's my crack pipe?"
apparently, apparently somebody needed new ones,
Yeah.
and so they were out to gather them up.
All right,
Thank
later, Jessica.
you. Have a good night, Jessica. Um, and yeah, that was just brains. Yeah, we know where this is going. I mean, you can't even do trains, planes, and automobiles to that one. You know,
I was like, I want my crack pipe for my Parmesan and cheese. My Parmesan cheese, at least. Come on.
I don't know if I had a pipe that was cracked. Yeah, I'd either say A, you got a water problem and water's going all over your house. B, you got a drain pipe that's cracked and you got water going all over your house. C, no matter what, you know, even if it's a tobacco pipe and it's cracked, it's no good. It don't work very good. In fact, it don't work at all. You know, and it's kind of like a crack pop. All right, can't cook with it. And those with two legs and two arms and a head that are crackpot, well, they're jokesters, pranksters, and sometimes you can't live with them either.
Yeah.
you know, but it's all good. You know, I mean, come on. We gotta be legit, we gotta be honest, and we gotta be real. Which none of them are what the Supreme so called want any of us to be able to do. They don't want you to think. That's why they want you to have your smartphone so they can track you. No, I don't need you to track me. I mean, my gosh, you know, I don't need you to tell me that this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta do, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. Because no, that ain't the way it is either. You know? I mean, come on, people, let's be real. You know? So, be real, okay? Learn how to do things by hand, manually, because you're going to make sure that you have to. Stock up on food, grow your food, stock up on everything else that you can the best of your ability. Be ready for whatever they throw at us. And it's best to be prepared for the worst and pray for the best because then if the worst never happens, guess what? You're still not out of money
Right.
because you're saving money. You didn't have to buy it when everything was real expensive, and okay, the worst don't happen. You have all that. You'll still use it, so where are you out of money? You know?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
good that you bring that up because a lot of people are in that mindset. What if SHTF never happens? I'm gonna have all this food and stored food and all this other stuff. I can't. Well, you can still eat it.
well,
You
first of
can
all,
still
there's
use
many
it.
there's many different forms of ST, crap hitting the
I
fan,
know,
okay?
JD, but in general,
Right. But look at it this way too. When all is said and done and you get through the bad even, you get through the bad, guess what? Everybody's gonna want to celebrate that make it through the bad.
mm,
So it ain't gonna go to waste. And you're still gonna be hungry afterwards. So you got a little extra. That's awesome too. You know? But yeah, that's why I'm the broken record that I like my skip. One of these times I'm gonna come on and there ain't gonna be no skip. And I can't wait. But yeah. So hang on, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for one rocky, bumpy ride. And it's because a few want it to happen.
well, yeah, if
And
you dictate the menu.
the few are also finding out that their days of money washing is over. They're desperate, and that's fine.
Well, it's not necessarily over, and because they're desperate, they're wanting to switch over to the virtual, where they could do the same thing with virtual as they can do with paper, or because it's all at the end, it's all numbers,
Right, but
and numbers traverse and jump anywhere. It doesn't matter what it is.
not just that, but the countries are backing their currencies with gold again.
I know, but that doesn't matter. When you're laundering money, it doesn't matter what form it takes. That's my point. It doesn't matter what form. It could be sand, it could be powder, it could be flour, it could be beads.
I know.
You could still manipulate the currency. The actual, you can manipulate money because it's just at the end, it's numbers. That's all it is. It's just numbers.
Well, the
I have
black,
more numbers than you, so if you want to have a few more numbers, you're gonna have to give me something so you can get a few more numbers. It's
the
just like that.
the dark state, the deep state is who it is that came up with the crypto stuff too.
Oh yeah, it's the system that they're
Yep.
controlling. Yeah, it's all the system.
So
You gotta think of
and
it like a machine, like a machine. If you take out some parts and make the machine a little smaller, it's not gonna make as much, and it may break down more. But also, if you add more and make it bigger, it may break down just as much or even more, but it can produce more. It's just like a machine.
Right. I'm going to step out on the front porch for a few minutes, but the bright side to that is I'm going to sit you guys all on the bench on the inside, the little stool. I
All
have a special
right.
perch for you. However, I can still hear you, and I just can't see the chat room when I do it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
I
slowed
can't
down
see the
anyways.
chat room out there. Well, you can, but
Chat
I
room.
can't.
Yeah, the chat room slowed down.
Yeah, no. She's telling me she's going to take her phone out with us, but
Oh,
that I can't see the chat because you know, my laptop's going to be inside for a little bit without me.
yeah. Yeah, I get you.
And I don't do small vision very good. So, yeah, but it's okay. Whoops.
Yeah, it's one of
I
the
just,
reasons too. They develop cities to pull people out of the rural areas, the smaller towns. Those what you would call a community. Those where, oh well, we know everybody in this town. In this community. They don't. They pull people out, and now, hey, you know what? You can live in these what we call apartments, and they go really high, and you get really good view, and everything's conveniently near you. Oh,
yeah,
that's cool. Oh, we have schools here too, stuff like that. So people fled, pretty much fled to the cities, and now a lot of people are trying to flee the cities.
yep, there's people fleeing the cities in certain states because
Yep.
they can't live the ways that they want to live, you know? And it's,
Yeah, like I was telling you before, like our little market here in this little rural town, like a village almost. I go to the city, like an actual city, which is like two times, almost three times larger than here. Prices are way different. Like I was telling you, like our prices here, they were low, they were cheap. I was like, cool, I can still eat beef, I can still afford it. Now, no, that it's affecting everywhere.
yep, and that's what they want.
I mean, like I was telling you, the meats went up $1, not 10 cents, not 5 cents, not 20 cents, not even 25 cents. $1 overnight.
Yeah, and if they keep doing that, I mean, look at the gas. If they
Yep.
keep raising it every day, several times a day, you
Every
know?
time those barrels goes up, gas goes up a percentage of that.
Yep,
Not a fraction, a percentage.
Total 5 people in the chat.
well, I can't read the chat because it's small.
Well, I know what I'm saying. There's 2 other people's already
Yeah,
thumbs up.
Jessica was the last one.
Yeah,
No one. Let's slow down.
but no, that's okay. That don't bother me, you know? But yeah, they're gonna just keep turning the screws and tighten them and tighten them because they want to bring everybody to their knees, you know?
Yep.
However, they're not gonna give up their jets, you know?
They're not gonna give up anything because they don't need to.
Nope. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. And, you know, like I said, hang on, people, because we're in for a rocky time. And it's going to get a
Yep.
lot more rockier, you know. And the bright side is summer. Spring is coming. Although, looking at my yard, you can't tell it. And looking at my yard in a couple, yeah, 2 more days, you definitely ain't going to be able to tell. Because we get more white stuff. Yay.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I'm really not. I mean, 2 days ago, I was standing in my driveway looking out at the garden. I could see the leaf top. It's covered in leaves. I ain't kidding you. The dang thing was waving at me, going, ha ha, I'm here, ha 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 ha. You can't do anything yet, ha 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 ha. And then, poof, it's covered in snow again.
See,
And
that's what I'm telling you, JT. It's like winter's way of telling you, F you. I'm still here.
Aquarius is in.
And
hi,
you're like,
Homestead
no.
Aquarius. How you doing? You sneaking in on me?
Hey, what's up, Homestead?
Um, that's why we gotta grow our gardens, you know. And if you got questions, contact Shed Wars 2020 or 22. Sorry, Shed Wars 22. I'll get it yet. Don't spank me too hard. And people there will answer your questions. Um, and if you watch any of the videos of the Shed Wars people, we all joke around. We joke around. We're not mean with anybody. You know, we just do friendly bantering back and forth and stuff like that. You know, try to make T-shirts that intimidate somebody. Trying to keep my eye on one. Oh, by the way, I have a bone to pick with him. Only jellyfishes don't have bones. Um, and I got to thinking about it. Up here, jellyfish would die. Point blank. It's not warm enough for him. You know, he could have said crawdad. He could have been a crawdad. We do have crawdads up here. Just saying. You know, there's a farm right outside of the village that, believe it or not, grows and raises shrimp and they sell it. Not to cheap people. Not cheap for everybody. But they have a small place outside of town and they grow it. And
Sure.
gotta catch some cheaters. But you don't have to worry. I'm not a cheater. But I'm working real hard on how to grow half a bean. So. And yeah, next Friday night, Cajun and um Mr. John is going to be doing karaoke. And where are you guys gonna be at when you do the karaoke? Whoops, sorry. The next Friday, not this Friday, a week from this Friday, they're gonna be doing karaoke again. Well, yeah, half a bean's gotta weigh something. And I know he said he didn't want nothing in ounces, and he didn't want nothing in what else was it? He wants poundage. Oh yeah, no grams, no ounces, and no grams. Friday night, and he thinks it's gonna be on Rebel Canner. Awesome, but I still gotta go out and measure my garden and stuff. I'm not gonna wait through the snow to do it. I'm just past the thrill of snow, and I'm being polite. I mean, you can go back up north. Oh, no, well, mine does have metric on it, but it also has um pounds. You know, I have an old-fashioned scale. It doesn't run on batteries. And it don't work on gas unless you eat some beans and fluff while you're weighing something. You know. Well, that's because I know we got to do that, and yeah, it's a little hard for me to do that kind of stuff right now. But as part of living up north, just reporting pounds.
But originally, we started off on the metric, the standard metric system, the one real true system, not the
Um,
imperial system.
I got a question. Danny, is there any way a half a bean could weigh at least a pound? I could be in trouble. If I put the bean on a brick and we weigh it that way, would that count? A half a bean on a brick. Ta-da! There. I know. That puts it back into... Yeah. Can't do that. Okay, I hear you. Alright, I won't do that.
A, a large half bean, maybe, if you can get it to grow large enough to weigh at least a pound.
Well, I don't know if Miracle-Gro would grow one that big. Hey, anything's possible when I'm around, you know. Just saying. But,
And I just got like a funny image in my head, like when you just said that anything's possible when I'm around.
well,
It's
yeah.
like just slowly, like start backing away, looking at you, making eye contact, and just turn around and run really fast.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Danny. We got another blast of cold air and storms for the south and snow for the north, and yeah, I'm so tired of that stuff. Well, if you talk to your plants, they thrive better. If you give them a little Miracle-Gro, they grow better. So my half a bean could grow pretty big. I don't know if it'd grow big enough for a pound. I can always hope, you know. I won't know until I try, you know.
Yep.
It's just, yeah, one of those things. I'm learning as I go. Just reporting pounds. Okay, but I'm pretty sure the vet at the animal centers, because we don't have pounds around here, um, will look at me kind of funny when I go in. Hi, I was told to report to the pound.
Jeez.
I have a half a
Just
bean.
reporting.
Yeah, I'm just joking. And if I went to the police department, they'd say, ma'am, we have an impound. Well, maybe that's not the right kind of pound either.
Hey,
Hi,
little
little
house.
house in the big woods. Oh, there's a couple frogs in here. I'm a lone jellyfish, and jellyfishes only go. You know,
Pretty sure you can graft one to grow a large bean. Pretty sure that's possible.
I ain't got that much time. I mean, that takes years and years, and I don't have enough time.
You know what'll probably help plants grow better is rock music. Make them feel manly, you know.
That isn't a problem as long as I've got the internet, because I do have my speaker. I hang it in a tree.
Instead of yelling at screaming at your plants like a madman, just play some music. Shit.
Yeah, Cajun. I he snaggled me up, which is pretty good considering the old rule. The young people are supposed to respect their elders. He's younger than me. And when people get a certain age, they don't really care. Yeah. So this is gonna be fun. He can't control me. So I don't know. But it'll be fun.
Nope. I'm not lurking you. Nope.
No, he's not following him.
Yeah.
Or she's not following.
Which is weird because I went out to buy some groceries, right? I went walk into the local little market. And I saw a couple there. Thought
Well, have
nothing
a
of
good
it, you know.
night, little house. Thanks for stopping by.
Their little house. So, I was like, okay, that's cool. I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. Then I went to the bakery that's down the way going back to the house. I saw them there too. I was like, okay. Then, as I made my way home, there's this guy across from the school that sells, like snacks out of his little golf cart and whatnot for the school kids. And as soon as I was going to the gate, I see them pull up and walk out of their truck. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely weird. Same couple 3 times.
Well, that happens.
Well, I know it happens, but not to me. Not like that. It's very, very rare. And I guess I guess I was just due for that. I don't know. I thought it was funny though.
Okay, so I can use that for my defense. Excuse you. I'm on Team Shed Wars.
We are all on Team Shavers. Yeah, I mean, if one of the main guys said it, that's how
I
I would
just
take
thought,
it.
yeah. I'll just go, excuse me. I'm
And
on Team Shed Wars.
Cajun confirms it.
Well, I already told him that he can't suspend anybody because he's got to buy green suspenders for him first. So,
What?
I don't know. I think we'll have fun. You know. And next year he might throw me at Homestead Aquarius going, take her on your team. There ain't no hope for her. Just saying.
Just wasn't a fit,
Yes, he did. He made a trade of century for you. But that's okay. And not only that, he doesn't know any more than Homestead Aquarius if I can grow a lot of food or not. You know, because this is the first year I've been in it, so you know what I mean? And I'm hoping that what the Farmer's Almanac is saying is wrong because they're saying a big chunk of the United States is supposed to be under a drought this year. Yeah, both of you guys. But that's okay. I'm not worried. I have faith in my half a bean. You know, I could take and make a bean out of styrofoam and have to weigh it so it, yeah, make sure it weighs exactly 1 pound. I guess that won't work either. Be funny, but it won't work. Or I could go weigh all my stuff up and then give the amount to Homestead Aquarius and let him, tell John that I only got this much and it's not much. And then Robert can tell him when he's good and ready how much it actually was. You have a good evening too. And tell Sheena hi for us, and
All right, later, Cajun.
I'll talk with you later, buddy. But yeah, you know, with everything going on, and I'll tell you something, it's real easy for me to make fun of myself. You know, I had to have you and Bunky back, Danny. John picked y'all so he could get Courtney and Sarah back. We can take them. Yeah, I don't doubt that any. But yeah, this was a fly by night, spontaneous combustion, um, pop up surprise, frogs rule. Yes, frogs rule. And um, jellyfish go, you know, just saying. They can sting you. So, yeah. I mean, that don't feel good either. But no, I wanted to make sure we get word out to get stocked up in all areas that you possibly can within your means. Grow your gardens. If you have any questions, find homestead or find star. Ah, I'll get it figured out yet. Find somebody on Shed Wars 22. Ask them. If you don't know who that or what that is, it's a bunch of people that do gardening all over. You know, um, right now it's the northern hemisphere, and um, you know, to grow food. Otherwise, um, if you can't afford the internet or whatever, you know, before much longer, find an older person in your neighborhood that grows food and gardens. Learn from them. You know, you'll get a reward like you would never believe. You know, you gotta be decent to them because they're giving you your time. They're teaching you how to grow your food, and you're giving them your time. Be decent and learn. And when it's all said and done, not only do you have food, but you also have a good friend. So that in itself is a win-win-win-win situation. You know, Well, that's not much of a life. I don't like hurting little kids, and I'd rather eat the turtle than to be eaten by a turtle. Turtle soup is pretty good stuff. Just saying. But yeah, there wasn't nothing much better to do tonight than to go and do a live. And holy cows, it's going 10 o'clock already.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's not bad.
No, it's not. I just didn't think we've been,
Yeah, we've been on for an hour and 31 minutes. I didn't even realize it either.
yeah, we're rocking it. We're rolling it. We're having fun with it. You know. But yeah, I'm itching. I got some videos I want to do, and I want to get outside. I want to work with my garden, play in the dirt, think about who I could throw mud pies at that I can't because they're not here. All that fun stuff. Um, you know. Um, well, thank you. I'm glad I joined you too. But I'm not very good at. I'm better at. Not only that, frogs actually live here, okay? They like to go skinny dipping in my fake cement pond in the summertime when I put water in it. We don't have jellyfish here. But it's okay. I will be. I don't know how a jellyfish acts except to go in the water. you know. I mean, it's kind of like a see through squid relative. You know. At least the squid throws ink at you. They feel like they're threatened. I don't know. But it's okay. I'll be okay. You know. I'm gonna have fun. And I'm sure there are. Yes. We have tree frogs here. We also have regular frogs and toads that are actually in the garden. And you do too. Awesome. Yep, the one in my garden is bigger than what my hand is. So, pretty cool. Be the fighting codfish. Now that's funny. But at least codfish is pretty good to eat. Just saying. You know? I mean, that's why I was like, crawdads. We do have crawdads up here, and they're good food. You can't eat a jellyfish.
Oh, Chinese do. The Chinese eat jellyfish. They eat anything.
I've never knew that they ate jellyfish, but you know, what the heck happened? Is this not working? Okay, it is. Sorry, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. I just I've never been around jellyfish. The gods of war. He didn't think of that. But then again, it'd be the gods of handcuffs because he's the marshal, so he says. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, general, um, major. Yeah, no. He wants to be the marshal. Hmm. I wonder, does that mean that he's a constitutional marshal? Cry havoc and release the gods of war. Uh, I
Go
remember
for it.
that.
Yeah, that's go for it.
I
Sounds
remember
good.
that.
Good, man.
You know, yeah, I'll use that for one of my defenses if I need it. Cry havoc. Release the gods of war. Catch you totally off guard.
Yeah.
He wouldn't probably have a comeback to that one. I mean, yeah. And anybody says anything to me, I'll say, "Excuse you, I'm busy. I'm fighting
Or
codfish and jellyfish."
you
Okay?
can just say, get in line like everybody else.
Yeah,
Take a number.
yeah. The line's real long for that one.
Exactly.
But Charles's T-shirt, I won't. No, I can't. No. Uh-uh. Can't do that one. Sorry. Don't get me wrong. I like Charles, but no, I can't do that T-shirt that he done. It's just, yeah, still hard for me. But that's okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, won't be much longer. And nobody's gonna be doing anything anyhow. And you know, when I say that, I mean the trash man ain't gonna be able to afford to gas for the trucks to go pick up everybody's trash. You know, and those cans that everybody's feeling recycling, don't cut the ends out of both ends of them, because those cans can be used for other things. You know, you need a piece of take a pair of tin snippers to go right down the seams on the side of it, cut the other end out, or cut across it, flatten it out, and you can use it to patch stuff, you know. You could use it to make a makeshift birdhouse with it. Just have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and put a hole in the middle for so the bird can get in and out without getting cut up. You know, just saying. And be all good. You don't have to put it on real tight because you want circulation so the bird don't overheat. You know, but yeah, there's a lot of things that you can use those tin cans for. You know, and it's like the old baby jars that they used to sell. They used to make them and used to sell them. The pickle jars, the glass ones with the metal lids. Grandpa's used to take and nail the lids up to the bottom of boards in the garage and nobody could figure out what they were for. Well, that's where Grandpa put the screws and bolts and nuts and stuff, you know? All he had to do is unloosen the jar, bring it down, get out what he needed, put it back up, or put in what he wanted to put in it and put it back up. And people are going to learn. They're going to be finding out that throwaway days are over. You know? Right. Exactly. People are going to learn that real fast. They're going to be busy figuring out, okay, how many other ways can I use this? Because they're not going to be able to afford to throw anything away. You know? I mean, those days are over. Those days of, oh, I won't eat that. That's not. No. I have to have this or I have to have that. My food has to be a certain way.
Yeah, it has to be
Those
gourmet.
days those days are over, you know. If you have diabetes and that, okay, you have to figure out how you can eat and stuff. All right, you know how to do that. Well, we still have to figure out how to get you your medicine too, you know. But we still gotta keep you in your diet and exercise, you know. Don't get me wrong, I'm not picking on anybody with diabetes, but I'm gonna tell you something. I know you can live a healthy, long life when you have diabetes because my granny, she had diabetes and she lived into her 90s. Yep. And the only bright side to that is spring is here. So yeah. But next winter, they're talking uh, within a year, it's going to cost $3,000 a month to pay your bills and to just buy groceries. You know, to heat your house and buy groceries, let alone gas for your car. $3,000 a month.
And
That's a
that's just
lot of
depending
doggone.
on where you live too. It depends where you
Yeah.
live. It could be more.
Yep. If you live out in Arizona and California, it will be a lot more. A
Yeah.
lot more. I'm gonna tell you something. Gas is now like 4.17 a gallon, probably more because I haven't checked it lately tonight. But last time it was $4 a gallon. People came to a halt. They saved their money up for gas so they could go to work. Okay, they bought groceries, they went to work, and they went right back home. This summer, if you've got plans to go to um Disneyland and that's fine. But how you gonna drive to get to it?
Well,
You
shit.
know?
I mean, if you can afford to go to Disneyland still, the way things are, and not preparing for things to get worse where you can't afford to buy food or socks or whatever you need, toothpaste, whatever the case is, you got your priorities all mixed up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
And Homestead's right. It depends on how you live as well.
exactly. Your lifestyle. Exactly.
You know? I'm not really fancy and lazy type person, but I'm damn good at saving money. And I'm dang good at finding how to use something more than one way. Few people won't be bothered much. They're already living
Skinny
skinny
or
on the
primitive.
privy. Well, I I live skinny on the primitive, you know. So, but I don't, I've never been one to keep up with the Joneses, Smiths, and the Johnsons or whoever. Oh, well, they got this. Wait 2 weeks, it'll be updated, you know. Believe it or not, I got an old slider phone. It still works. I don't need a smartphone. I don't need the internet for my phone. And I don't take my phone with me every place I go either. So, you know. Yesterday I got a big chuckle. My cell phone rang and I answered it. It was somebody I didn't, number I didn't know. So I thought, okay, this is going to be interesting. I answered it the way I do when it's not somebody I know. And don't ask me what the heck the lady said. She spoke Spanish. She was just a going to town. And I couldn't get an interpreter. So, yeah, that was a real interesting phone call. I don't know who it was. You know, but it's okay. And there's going to be a lot of people that they don't have a clue on how to do anything without electricity, without gas, without the internet, you know. Most people don't have cookbooks anymore because they were too inconvenient. I believe in cookbooks, you know, because you learn a lot of them cookbooks. If you get old church cookbooks, you get to learn jokes, you get to learn history, you get to learn about the people that were alive when it was wrote, you know, and that's pretty cool too. But yeah, I just I wish that more people would have woke up a lot earlier than now on things. So that's what I really wish. But like always, even till even when things are so doggone bad, there's still gonna be some with their head in the sand going, "Oh, it's not true. It's not true. It ain't happening. It ain't going on." You know?
Also, like we talked about, oh, it's not gonna reach me here. It's not gonna come here. It's not.
Yep.
It's. I'm not gonna go through that. There's no way. And look what's happening.
I mean, I had to sit the young ones down Because one of them said, well, the government won't let it happen. The government will take care of us. I said, no, honey child. No. The government doesn't take care of anybody but themselves. And it was a real eye opener, for her. But
Yeah.
it's better that they know that now instead of believing that, and then when all hay breaks loose, they go, well, I thought that they would. Nope. It's up to us to do it. It's up to us to make sure we have the foods that we need, you know? So, yeah. And remember, you you're supposed to do what you can for yourself, and God will help take care of you too. But if you don't try to help yourself, you know, nobody's gonna
Yep.
be nobody's gonna be willing to help you either. It's just, yeah, that's how it is, and it's pretty sad around some areas like here. If you're not on the in crew, because people are very cliquish, you're SOL. Well, that's fine. At least I'm still gonna have the ability to take care of ourselves, you know, and to the best of our ability. So they can get mad, whatever. I don't care. You know, they can watch me do things and make their snide remarks because what I do in the videos, I actually do it by hand. I actually use those old ways to do things because they come in so damn handy. I'm not telling people, you know, this stuff because I think it sounds good to say. I'm telling people this stuff that I know to help them, to encourage them, to learn, to try, to not give up. Because if you're determined to make it, you will make it. If you think, oh, I'll just sit here, somebody will come along and help me and teach me how to do this stuff, you're in for a world awakening. Because ain't gonna happen, you know? And I'm not being a downer, and I'm not being a fearmonger, but try to do it. Try to do something for yourself. You'd be amazed, you know? You got a little kid, you let a little kid try something. That little kid ain't gonna give up. Might not do a very good job. They might be upset with themselves because they didn't do as good of a job as what they thought they could do. But you gotta remember, that was the first time they tried, you know? And the next time you go, hey, come on, you wanna give it a shot and help? No, why not? I wasn't very good at it the first time around. I was really bad at it. Well, too bad, come on. The more you do it, the better you get, the better you feel. It's kind of like the old saying for the beans. Beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot, the better you feel. So eat your beans at every meal. Yeah, you might not be good at it this time, but every time you do it, you get a little bit better, a little bit faster. And you know what? Before long, that little kid that was gung ho at first and then was disappointed in themselves because of how good they didn't do and keeps trying it, before it's all said and done, that little kid's gonna be feeling really proud again about themselves because they did it.
Yep.
They got better, they got faster. Might not be as fast as an adult, but hey, you know what? They did it the best they could, the best to their ability. So, you know, and That's not bad. It's like the little boy that went fishing today and caught a catfish. And that little boy now knows how to get food to eat every meal. Even if fish is all there is, he'll know how to get it. You know? And in time, as he gets a little older, he's going to learn how to. You can't keep it for a pet too long because that pet's going to be dinner on the table. Well, that's fine and dandy. He's going to be willing to do it that way too. Why? Because his belly's going to start growling. He's going to get real hungry. And he's going to go, Pete, you were a good fish. I'm going to miss you, friend, but I got to eat you now. You know? And that's okay too. After all, that's what fish are for, to eat. But, you know. So, yeah. That's why always encourage, never discourage. I mean, how far would any of us gotten if we listened to somebody that said, oh, you can't do that? That's not how you do that. You gotta do it this way because this is the way I said so. This is how I do it, so you've got to do it. I've looked at so many of them people and, no, this is how I'm supposed to do it. Just because it worked easy for you to do that, things in life don't work easy for me. I have to do it the hardest way possible. If I do it that way, then it works out. If I did it the easy way, it wouldn't turn out for me. Because that's just the way things are with me. Not necessarily you, but it definitely was for me. You know? So now I'm trying to help others not to do things the hard way because, I'm saying, but I'm trying to help others learn how to do things so they can survive, you know. And when your gas garden tiller don't work and your electric garden tiller don't work, what are you going to do? Get out your shovels, turn that dirt by hand so you can put that garden in.
All right, JT. I gotta go. My battery is low.
All right.
I'm
Well,
on my phone. So
that's okay. We're going to wrap it up. So, anyhow, um, thank y'all for stopping by. God bless you, and we'll see you Sunday at
later,
noon
everybody.
for the regular show. Have a good night.
Later, JT.
All right, later.